Hi class, I'm here with you today and we're going to be doing a life drawing. So what I'm going to use is a pepper, a jalapeno pepper, and if anyone can tell me what that begins with, what letter, jalapeno, uh, add it in the comments. Anyway, so I do have a pepper, you can use anything you want. I have crayons, wax crayons, and some watercolor paints, a brush, and water. Pretty simple. If you don't have one of these, that's okay. You can really use anything you want, but I'm just going to show you a bit of a technique. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to pick a color. I'm probably going to just pick green, not necessarily because the pepper's green, but this is a yellow green, it says. So let's get started. All right, so like I said, start with the pepper, and I'm just going to put it right here, and I'm just going to draw the top of the pepper. I just feel like starting there. So I see that it kind of has a bit of a stem, and it kind of comes out. So I'm just going to draw this a bit bigger, and I'm really just going to draw that outline, because you'll see what I'm doing in a second. I'm going to draw a bit of a stem. I see it kind of looks like a C, so I'm going to bring that out. And then when I look at the body of the pepper, and I'll lift it up, you can see that it's not necessarily a perfect oval or an oblong shape. It kind of gets skinny on one side, and it's a little bit wider up here. So again, I'm just going to kind of bring it out, really looking, really observing. And I see that it doesn't even really come straight down. So I see it comes a little bit of a curve, so I'm going to kind of curve it there, then bring it up. And again, it kind of curves. I'm going to start over here, and then I'm going to kind of come and just bring it down to that nice little point. If you can see it. So I'm really going to kind of start to bold out the sides now, because I am going to be painting over this in kind of a messy way, and you'll see what I'm doing, and I think the effect's going to turn out kind of cool. And with the crayon, make sure you're pressing pretty hard, not hard enough that you're going to break the crayon, mind you. If it does break, you just have 2 crayons now. Ha 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 ha, dorky. I'm going to take the white crayon, and I see there's a bit of a shadow here, or rather a highlight, because the light's coming on it. So I'm going to take that crayon, and I'm just going to put that highlight in. And it doesn't look like much now, but when we paint over top of it, the water's not actually going to want to stick to it, so it'll have a kind of a neat effect. Just because I do like shading, I'm going to grab another color. I'm going to use this cerulean, which is a kind of blue, and I'm going to add the shading. So I see there's a bit of a shading here, so I'm just going to be kind of messy, but still stay in the lines. And I see it's kind of shaded down here as well, so again, I'm just going to add that shade in. It kind of curves up over here, kind of curves here, here, and if I want, I can just even add some shading there too, and maybe on the stem, because it kind of looks cool. All right, so for the next bit, and let me lift it up. Ooh, Peppa. For the next bit, I'm going to take my water. It's not the cleanest water in the world. Make sure you don't drink it. Smells okay. Wouldn't taste okay. Anyway, so I'm going to just pre-dip my brush in there, but I don't want to get the paint soaking wet either. I don't want to drown it. I just want to give it a bit of a drink. So again, a little bit of water, and I actually like to kind of flick that water off. So again, I want to make this pepper green. So I'm going to go in, get a little bit of water, flick it off. I'm going to go in with this nice green. I might want to add just a little more water. Again, I'm not drowning it, so let me close up on that. Like it's really kind of coating it. But it's not swimming. You don't want your paint to swim. Anyway, so now I'm going to lightly brush over that. And you can see how the white of the crayon doesn't really paint on there, so it looks kind of cool. Yeah. And I think it looks kind of cool too, even if you don't stay within the lines. So if you go a little bit out of the lines, I think that's a really cool effect, and you know, it's just kind of like the universe telling you not to worry about the lines. And my cat has come for a visit. This is Abra. She's a delightful little creature, a little feline. She always likes to see what I'm doing, especially if I'm painting or doing something like that. She just likes to sniff things. Like I said, she's a real cutie. So there you have it. A nice little. Actually, I'm gonna darken it right there because I'm not super satisfied with it yet. There we go. Actually, I'm gonna darken it all over. I just got so excited when my cat came up. I was like, I want to pet her. There we go. I'm happier with that. You'll note that I never leave brushes in here. It can bend them. So I always clean them up, make sure a lot of that water is off, because if there's too much water on your brush when you let it dry, it actually deteriorates the glue in the metal bit, and then your brushes can break easy. For example, this one I've had for like over 10 years, but it always comes off. I gotta glue it. If that happens, you can always glue it back on, but I've just been lazy, which is okay too. All right, let me show you what I've done. So again, just a quick, easy drawing. Stay tuned for more. Thanks, everyone.